Know the name of the person that you're going to be interviewing with. Research the facility that you're going to be interviewing at before your interview. Know what kind of services are offered. Are you interviewing for inpatient or outpatient? Do they have group homes? Do they have primary care services offered? Do they have social work? Do they serve SMI? Are they adult or child or both? How did that company get started? Typically, you can go on the company's website and under the About section, it'll give a little bit of history. I have been asked before in an interview, tell us what you know about our company. The last thing you want to do is be caught off guard with that question. Sometimes there's a recruiter that will reach out to you first just to do a general pre-screen to see if you meet their minimum qualifications. Then from there, they'll schedule you with the medical director or whoever is going to be conducting the actual next step interview. Again, know the names of the people that you're interviewing with. You may be interviewing with a panel of people. So what this will look like is you go into the setting, whether it's virtual or in person, and they'll usually take turns asking you questions. Speaking of a virtual interview, make sure you test your equipment before the interview so that you're not fumbling on the day of the interview. Questions they may ask, situational based questions. For example, they'll give you a scenario and it might look like, tell me about a time when you dealt with a difficult patient that didn't agree with your treatment plan and how did you manage that? They really want to see how you manage issues under stress, and always ties back to communication. So if you have a question about a issue with a coworker and how did you resolve that, right? What they're looking for is that you know how to communicate effectively and work as a team. Also, they want to know that you're going to prioritize safety. Safety, communication, teamwork are typically always asked, or the answers that they're looking for in those questions. If you never experienced the specific scenario or situation that they're asking about, you can always answer, I have not experienced that this far in my career, but what I would do in that situation. They want to know that you can still answer and that you can still critically think. Also, probably start with, tell me about yourself. They may ask you, why did you choose the psych field? Especially for new PMHNPs who don't have a psychiatric nursing background, they're going to want to know, why did you choose going into psych and what makes you interested? What's your stance on benzos and stimulants? And make sure that you're ready to answer that one. You know that you would assess them, each patient's individualized, and benzos are never your first line. What are your salary expectations? I would say to do your market research before your interview so that you have a kind of a range that, you know, you can tell them, I've done some research in the area and I've noticed that a lot of positions are hiring X amount. Do you have any questions for us? The ones I like to ask are, how much time do we get for a psychiatric eval? How much time do we get for a follow-up? What does your support staff look like? I need to take on call. What does a typical day look like for your psychiatric nurse practitioners? How many patients do they typically see within a day? Just as much as they're interviewing you, you're also interviewing them. Hopefully these tips helped you, and good luck with your interview. Remember, go in there confident. It's okay to be a little bit nervous. The more you prepare